Mac Miller, posthumously released The Circles, 12 songs, 48 minutes long. Definitely more back into the R&B style of Mac Miller throughout this entire album. I actually really enjoyed it.
Me too.
The production of it, because with Mac Miller, I prefer his more R&B stuff. Anyways, his voice is kind of, it's one thing you either like his voice or you don't, because it's that kind of raspy style tone, and it's like Neil Young or Smashing Pumpkins, where you have to love it or you hate it kind of thing.
Yeah.
But this album is definitely fan-fucking-tastic. I really liked it. There's a couple songs in here I like. I Can See and Hand Me Downs. Hand Me Downs is probably my favorite song on the album. It was the entire beat. It's a little bit longer song, just clocking under 5 minutes. But the entire theme of the album, it's slow. The production of it's fantastic. You can really hear, get the lyrics, everything goes together. That's what I'm trying to get at. I'm tired, sorry.
No.
And yeah. So the thing with posthumous albums, I'll get into for a little bit, is,
and we've talked
about this ad nauseum and stuff. But for people who don't know, I'm okay with it as long as they aren't holograms, and as long as if the family and stuff, if they like the artist already has stuff in place, and like they're going to get ready to release it and everything.
Finishing what they started.
Pretty exactly. So then, and then there's other ones I don't like where they put bits and pieces together for like little peep that happened, where they put bits and pieces of stuff and then push them together. I'm like, that's not his work.
Yeah, it's a compilation.
Exactly. I'm like, that's because he would have styled it differently, would have done it whatever, because that's what happened with that. This sounds like a Mac Miller album for sure.
And part of the reason it does is because, like you said, Mac Miller was starting on it. He had worked on it a lot. And it was finished by someone who had previously produced Mac Miller's albums with it. So it still has a lot of that sound. Remarkably, a lot of that sound there. One
of my favorite posthumous albums ever released, actually.
Yeah, I was actually
definitely
just
because a lot of the other ones I've heard, there are a lot of hit and miss. This feels like him. This feels like he made this.
Yeah,
and it's fantastic. It sucks. Like fuck.
One of my favorites on the album is Blue World, which I actually just looked at and was produced in addition to Mac Miller and John Bryan. One Guy Lawrence from Disclosure.
Oh yeah, Guy.
Yeah,
wow.
He helped to produce that track, and it's just
that's a good track too.
The great thing with this album is that it has bumps, it has like lows,
and those lows, holy fuck, they're emotional. Yeah, like Hand Me Downs. That whole song, I was just literally bopping to it the entire time. They should, like, when I listen to this again, I could definitely get hella emotion with this.
Yeah,
and definitely gone too soon. I mean, all the stuff when you read into it, his death, it fucking sucks.
Yeah,
it's awful. But
and
to me, this is a great way to honor his legacy. 100%.
We have reviewed a lot of posthumous albums that just don't do that very well. They don't honor the legacy. That's just like a needless or like a
and it's
shameless
cash grab. Yeah, it's
yes,
a big time
exactly
cash grab. But this definitely isn't. Fucking listen to this album, guys. It's very good.
Yes. The other thing I didn't include in here was the arbitrary scale, which
arbitrary scale is, you haven't seen this, but I'll give you a little rundown on it. There's a stupid fucking hockey player named Brad Marchand, and a penalty shot. So you know how the puck is in the middle.
He just came back from hockey, which is why this is on the
line. But this is hilarious. So the puck's in the middle, and you know he skate up and go. It's like a penalty shot in football. He skates past the puck and loses the game. Deadass just goes and he's just taken back, and the refs are literally looking around like, what? I got to show this to you.
So it's as though, make sure your computer's muted. Yeah. But it's as though you're like running to kick in a penalty
and literally,
kick,
you literally
and you just like straight miss the ball.
You straight up miss it.
You just like run past the ball. Basically, it's basically the equivalent. That's a damn shame. But wait, how is that? What?
So how many penalty shots you miss is the arbitrary scale.
Okay, this didn't miss any penalty shots.
This is you score backhand by deking the goalie going top down, and you like wheel snipe Selly so hard that a fight happens.
I'm gonna one day create an arbitrary scale that is so like neurotically, intensely niche that it's gonna bother you.
That's exactly what I want in this, because for those who don't know, the arbitrary scale is not supposed to make sense, because we try not to rank things except for the 50 to 100. Or top 50 to 10s, 50 to 100s. We're not doing that podcast this long. I'm sorry, just not.
No, we have Android Sean and Android Dan reporting from 50 of the Hundreds from the middle of the burning sun, because that's already never mind.
I can't find
it's a really good, solid album.